Welcome to the world of werewolves. Subscribe now. The Lunar Tide Paradox, the epic of symbiotes. The first blood, tainted tide, the rift of the gears. Chapter 5. The blood, colored chains, the Pact in the New Orleans Cemetery. The rain-soaked alleys of New Orleans were filled with the smell of absinthe and copper rust. Kylan walked along the damp brick wall. The rustling sound of the pocket watch gears in her chest beat an irregular rhythm. Her fingertips stroked the thunder core pendant at her collarbone. The arc energy absorbed from the Aurora station was stirring under her skin, and an even stronger throbbing came from the anonymous coordinates that popped up on the Lunar Tide network 3 hours ago. The 13th tomb in Lafayette Cemetery, accompanied by a black rose icon exactly the same as the clan emblem on Serena's ice sculpture. The tomb doors showed quantum after images in her Volf eyes. The roses left by tourists during the day had withered, and only the fresh black rose on the doorknob indicated something unusual. The moment Kylan touched the petal, the dewdrop seeping from the thorn tip branded a gear-shaped burn mark on her birthmark. It was a neurotoxin unique to vampires, but it was ineffective against the symbiotic gene. When the stone door rumbled open, the smell of rotting roses mixed with the smell of rust rushed towards her. 7 sarcophagi formed a gear formation in the circular tomb, and the same quantum formula as that on Kylan's pocket watch was engraved on the central pillar. "I've been waiting for this day for a long time, symbiote. 001. Leon Drake's voice seeped from the shadows. The quantum codes unique to vampires flowed in his pupils, and the blood-colored rose tattoo on his left chest flickered with his breath. Kylan took a half, stepped back, her Volf claws already piercing her palm, but she froze the moment she saw the silver dagger in his hand. The MD initials on the hilt were exactly the same as the engraving on Matilda's work permit. "You have Matilda's work permit, right?" Leon took a half step forward. The moonlight passing through the stained glass window cast a blood-colored rose shadow on his face. She was clutching this fragment before she died. The gear-shaped birthmark glowed like a morning star in a pool of blood. He raised the dagger, and the blade reflected Kylan's vigilant Volf eyes. "And your blood can bring her back." Memory materialization was triggered by anger. Kylan's eyes flashed with the image of the gear-structured corpse in the morgue. The pocket watch gears turned into a flaming Volf's claw, tearing through the air, but the moment it reached Leon's throat, her wrist was entangled by blood-colored chains. The chains spread from the wound. The links were miniature gears and Volf claws, and each time they pulsed, there was a clicking sound of gears engaging. This is the symbiotic pact between vampires and werewolves. Leon's fangs pierced his fingertip, and the blue blood dripped onto the chains, blooming into ice crystal roses. "When your heartbeat synchronizes with mine, the pocket watch gears will reverse." His pupil codes resonated with Kylan's birthmark, and quantum after images emerged on the tomb walls. In 2016 at Notre Dame, Matilda stuffed the work permit into Sarah's hands, and in the distance, Serena's Volf form was frozen in front of the altar by the time freezing ability. Kylan's space-time resonance was triggered passively. She saw Leon kneeling in the ruins of Notre Dame, holding his sister's gradually transparent body in his arms. The silver dagger pierced his own heart, but it couldn't harm the black mist werewolf spirit that devoured memories. "The fragments of her consciousness are parasitizing in my clone's body." Leon's voice trembled with a mix of past and present. "And your memory materialization is the only anchor that can catch her." The gear-shaped spots of light in her Volf eyes suddenly started to rotate. Kylan's Volf claws pressed on Leon's chest, and the blood-colored chains turned into a data stream and injected into his quantum core. But she was stung when it touched the memory barrier, where the complete scene of Matilda being devoured was sealed. Leon had used the Silver Cross's memory purification virus on himself, just to forget his sister's final scream. "You think pain is a burden?" Kylan growled, tearing open his collar and revealing the blood-colored rose tattoo on his left chest, identical to Matilda's. "Look at my pocket watch. Every rust mark is the scene of my mother's execution." She pressed the pocket watch against Leon's forehead, and the gear powder seeped into his skin. "But these memories are the proof that we're alive." The blood silk in Leon's pupils suddenly condensed into a gear shape. He saw the quantum pocket watch in Kylan's swaddle, saw Ava's smile when she injected the virus into the embryo, and saw the night when he dissected Kylan's blood sample in the vampire castle. Those memories that he had numbed with the vaccine suddenly burst out. Matilda's laughter mixed with the Silver Cross's alarm sounded, exploding into blue butterflies of light in the quantum space. "They're creating gear-marked babies." Leon grabbed Kylan's wrist. The moment the vampire's nails pierced her skin, both of them froze. Kylan's blood showed silver-blue double colors in the moonlight, exactly the same as the blood vessel cracks of the blood moon vaccine test subjects. The sound of the friction of gear-shaped silver ornaments came from the distance. 3 human extremists wearing gear-shaped silver ornaments broke through the window, and the gene tracker locked onto the frequency of Kylan's birthmark. "Purify the impurities." The leader threw out a silver chain, and the gear tattoo at the tip resonated with the birthmark in Kylan's palm. She instinctively dragged Leon into the sarcophagus. The moment her Volf claws brushed against his Adam's apple, the blood-colored chains suddenly tightened. Leon's heartbeat was thundering in her ears, resonating with the reverse rotation sound of the pocket-watched ears. Symbiotes are really monsters. The extremist pulled the trigger, and the nano-silver bullets were incinerated into ashes in mid-air by the bonfire after Image materialized by Kylan. Leon took the opportunity to freeze the flow of time. Only the gear-shaped spots of light in Kylan's Volf eyes were clearly visible. His time ability was ineffective against symbionts, and this realization made the codes in his pupils ripple. "Take her away!" Leon suddenly pushed Kylan away. The dagger stabbed into the ground, triggering the vampire's shadow mist. Before the black mist engulfed her vision, Kylan saw the blood-colored rose tattoo on his chest overlap with her black rose tattoo, forming a complete blood-colored flower. With a clang, the silver dagger landed at her feet. Inside the hilt was engraved MDO 428. It was Matilda's birthday and also Kylan's number in the Silver Cross files. In the heavy rain at the tunnel exit, Leon's silhouette flickered in the quantum after images. "Next time we meet, I hope you're ready for the deal." He licked the blood from the corner of his mouth, and the codes in his pupils formed the coordinates of the Arctic ice sculpture. "Or watch all symbiotes rust away with you." The blood-colored chains on both of their chests lit up simultaneously, and fragments of Matilda's nursery rhyme came from the depths of the chain links, eerily coinciding with the lullaby in Kylan's memory. Kylan reached for the work permit fragments in her pocket, only to find that it had merged with Leon's blue blood and turned into a gear-shaped pendant. In the distance, the update notification sound of Sarah's blog came. The title was Exclusive. The gear-marked baby plan leaked from the Silver Cross Underground Laboratory, and the accompanying picture was the gear-shaped birthmark of Matilda's corpse, overlapping with Kylan's palm to form a perfect circle. "They're mass-producing us," Sarah's voice came from the shadows. The camera lens captured the quantum afterimage behind Kylan. Serena's ice sculpture Volf claws were pressing on Leon's shoulder, and Ava's afterimage was holding a silver finger cot, engraving the binary code of the gear core into Kylan's birthmark. The pocket watch gears suddenly stopped reversing, revealing the engraving A, B, and N on the inside. Kylan realized that the bond between this vampire prince and herself was much deeper than she had imagined. The raindrops refracted into gear, shaped light bands in her Volf eyes. She tightened her grip on Leon's dagger, and the Volf claws and human fingerprints left double marks on the hilt. It was the shackle of the gene curse, and also the key to the symbiotic civilization. "Next time we meet, I'll bring the answers," she whispered in the direction where the afterimage disappeared. The blood-colored chain tattoo flickered with her breath, and tiny black rose thorns grew from the gaps between the chain links. In the distance, the midnight bell of St. Louis Cathedral rang. In the 13 strikes, Kylan's birthmark and the heartbeat frequency of the Arctic ice sculpture synchronized again, drawing a brand new rift in the quantum space. This episode ends, but the story continues. Subscribe now.